members of the media and the viewers at home and the public out there who follow football, soccer in this country, South Africa. This morning, we are pleased to come and discuss and have a conversation with you in relation to the feedback, as the CEO has mentioned. We have received a number of files from each one of us on the 5th of August, and I believe that the country is waiting for the results. So at the same time, this morning, we want to use this opportunity as members of the public to understand a little bit of process, and also the media to capture the information that I'm going to provide to you as a preamble. Is that South African Football Association is part and parcel of the governance structures of the football global community. It affiliates to FIFA, all of us we know, which is Federation of International Football. And these two candidates were vetted. And according to the list, it means the nominations for presidential candidate are 2. The next category is that in terms of the nominations for national list, we received 30 nominees. And out of 30, 5 are not eligible, and only 25 qualifies through the vetting in terms of the statutes. And the third criteria has been in relation to nominations to provincial list. 27 were vetted and 5 did not, and 22 were eligible. And the last category, members of the public out there, is that associate members. We received 9, and 4 are eligible, and 5 are not eligible. That is the work of the men and women who are with me here, and we just wanted to say thank you very much for giving us the opportunity that we have been able to go through this process for over 3-4 weeks. Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
In terms of the next process, I will receive the names from the governance committee once we are done here, and I will communicate that information to the members, and the requirement is that it has to be 14 days before the elections date, which is the 12th of September. So tomorrow by the end of tomorrow, I need to have informed the members as to who is eligible to stand for elections come the 12th of September 2026.
Okay, and the second question, I would like Advocate Azel Larusa to explain the process of eligibility forms that, as he explains, about whether after the handing over of this process, what happens? What did we do in terms of eligibility form?
Yes, thank you for that question. Right. So when we look at the eligibility forms, the questionnaires, we send a questionnaire to each and every candidate or nominee that we received, and they had to complete it. Now, all the things that my colleague that Abel mentioned earlier about their experience in the 10 years experience, criminal record, all of those questions are stated in the questionnaire as well. So they have to answer that truthfully. And at the end of the questionnaire, there's also a clause that states that should we find out afterwards that some of this information is not true, then this will be referred to the ethics committee. So I hope that answers your question. So what we also did is we did a double vetting process with the criminal checks as well. So we advised them to do Huru or one of these criminal clearance. So they all had to submit that. And then we also had someone to do the vetting for us personally, especially those that referred to that needed extra vetting. So we are in that process as well, and that's been fulfilled. And those who tick on the form, if they said, no, I do not have any convictions or no criminal activities happening, and that's not truthful, and it comes to the light later on, that will be referred to the ethics committee.
Important question. You know, we have done as much verification as we could have possibly done. We have also worked, as my colleague has said, SAFS has also been very supportive in the sense of the double verification for criminal record. But sitting here amongst us, we cannot 100% say to you that absolutely everything that we've done is beyond any reproach. So, and that is why we have these 14 days now. So the 14 days between today and the 12th of September does give any person who has made it or not made it and believes that they want to, in any way or form, they don't believe that we have done an accurate verification and that they therefore do want to be eligible. So they can come to the governance committee, obviously through SAFA, and we will be able to.
Just running slightly late. We had to get together and just discuss before we come through to you. But I also want to start by thanking the governance committee members for the work that they've put into this process. The time was rather tight. But you know, they worked tirelessly, and they gave up their weekends and their holidays so that they can ensure that, you know, they tick all the boxes as far as each and every nomination that was received is concerned. So I'm really thankful and grateful to the work that they've put in into the process. And I think we all know that on the 5th of August, we called the media when we were handing over the nominations to the governance committee. So today we are here so that they can hand back the files following the work that they've done as the review committee. Chair, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chair, and once again, good morning to everyone, and thank you for being with us. As the Chair has stated, the work that we've undertaken is on behalf of SAFA and those who love football in the country. But as you will also be aware, SAFA operates as an association that has members, and those members have submitted the nominations through to us. And SAFA then has the responsibility to go back to those members who have submitted nominations and inform them of the results. So we cannot at this stage and at this podium give you the names before SAFA has had the opportunity to inform those who did make the application and submit the nominations. So our responsibility as we sit here this morning is to ensure that you are advised of the work that we've undertaken and the results, but SAFA still has the responsibility to go back to its own members and advise them of the results that the details of the results that we are given to. So suffice to say, we did receive 2 nominations for the presidential candidates, and as the chair has stated, of the 2 nominations that were submitted to us, after all the vetting processes, the verification that we had to undertake, 2 of those also made it. We found that they are eligible to stand for elections on the 12th of September. SAFA now has the responsibility to advise those that nominated those candidates of the results before we as the governance committee can divulge any names. I thank you.